I've always liked Ledgestone and really any event that showcases two very different styles of golf. It feels a little bit more satisfying to have that win to show you have all of the skills possible. It's interesting though, we don't have as many Europeans as we're used to seeing, but it gives us a chance to maybe see some new faces. Rebecca Dawn is not someone we've seen a ton. We did see her at the Discmania Challenge and she looked absolutely calm and confident. It's so cool to see some of these younger faces just coming out hot out the gates and in contention for the win. I mean, her putts look so confident. She doesn't look rattled or nervous. She has an impressive game already.
I think the biggest turn in Kat Mertsch's game in the last couple of years is her mental game. She's got all the shots. She's got the distance backhand. She's got the distance forehand. She's really started working on and polishing that technical forehand approach. She's got the backhand approach, and she just won the putting world championships. So she's got it all. It's just about keeping her mental game together. And whereas she used to be a bit of a wild card in the last couple of years, especially this year, it's really cool to see Kat turn it on.
Madison reminded me that Big Money Missy got that name here at Ledgestone. And I think she knows these courses. Even with a slow start at Northwood, she was able to really dial it in, especially the final round at Sunset, to find her way onto the lead card. And you can never count Missy out. She thrives typically at Northwoods. It's her kind of course.
I kind of think we've seen Valerie win Idlewild a couple times. We see her do well on those types of courses, and she's looking so smooth and looking so calm and confident right now that I feel like Valerie is my pick for tomorrow.
And she has a bit of a lead, so I think she is going to be confident and needs to be chased down, but anything can happen at Northwoods.
It's not going to be a cakewalk. I think we're going to see a lot of flip-flopping on who's in the lead tomorrow, and I think it's going to be a really exciting battle down to the finish. Hello and welcome to the 2025 Discraft Ledgestone Open presented by Zuka. It's Championship Sunday. We are back at Northwoods Black. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the two hot geeks.
Honk.
Honk. All right. How was it out there?
It was hot. Again, we had a little bit of a rain delay as well that hit us right in the first handful of holes. So it made for some tough mental situations out there. Right during the coolest part of the day, we had to go sit in our cars
after just a couple holes, right?
Yeah,
very weird.
We're gonna watch Valerie Mandujano, Kat Mertsch, Rebecca Dawn, and Missy Gannon, as you guys saw in that really awesome intro. And we're very excited because really any of these players could take it, even with how there's a little bit of a scoring spread at the top.
Hole 1 is a par 3. It's 455 feet. One of the hardest par 3s maybe ever. We rarely see birdies, though we have seen Missy Gannon and Rebecca Dawn get inside the circle. Rebecca actually parked this one. There is OB all along the left side, so the backhand can feel a little dangerous. Forehand is a nice play. It's possible to get there, obviously, with the downhill, but it takes quite a special shot.
It's actually Madison that got there.
Oh, you're right.
It's easy to get the young.
You're right. Everyone's
young
so
players.
young.
Yeah, the new young players confused.
They're all 16 and can throw 455 feet. How am I supposed to remember?
Valerie not going to go for the green here. She's just pulling out a slower speed disc and trying to get somewhere down the fairway.
That's probably the most common kind of error on the right side because it's safe.
From Rosebud, Arkansas, Kat Mertsch.
Kat came out hot yesterday. She was 5 down through 7 and then slowed down a bit on the back 9. It's usually kind of the reverse story for Kat, whereas Valerie finished with 6 in a row yesterday. Just so dialed.
And by yesterday, we mean at Sunset or at Northwood?
At Sunset.
At Sunset. Okay, well, Kat also did the same thing at Northwoods in the first round.
From Westport, Ontario, Canada, Rebecca Dawn.
She started out 3 over par and then proceeded to birdie 7 out of the last 9 holes.
That's so crazy.
Kat Mertsch really doing stuff out here. Rebecca Dawn, let's see how she did at Northwood. She shot even par the first round and just sprinkled some birdies and sadly a couple double bogeys through the course, which can happen quick.
From Beacon, New York, a 2-time Ledgestone Open champion, Missy Gannon.
Missy shot 2 over on Thursday here at Northwood. It's a 950 rated round. It's not as what she would like, but she has really battled back and showed her stuff at Sunset. Is it enough? Moving into the final round today at Northwoods. One thing to note is all the tee pads were wet. It rained all morning and it was kind of muddy out there, but most importantly, the tee pads were very wet and it made for some very slippery conditions. So tee shots are going to be a little bit wild today. Missy, one that has birdied hole 1, and sadly she's going to get a little bit of an early release OB to start out her round.
She was one of only... Wait, did she didn't get the birdie in round 1. No. She got in the circle, though.
Yeah, she
has parked it.
But she was the only person to birdie it, right? Or to park it.
That the year she did, yeah, she was.
Probable stats.
No, definitely. I remember. And Addison was the only one to park it this year.
Yeah, the only one to birdie it. This played as the hardest hole of the round.
Welcome to Northwood. Valerie's going to be up there for a putt. Rebecca needing to work a little turnover with a putter.
And this is what you see so often out here, landing a great shot in the middle of the fairway and then just struggling a little bit on this approach. It's kind of tunnely and you can catch these guardian trees really fast and find yourself with a tester. Kat's been throwing that forehand approach so good all weekend long. It's going to come in handy out here in the woods.
Missy with a very long look for a bogey. Oh, so close. She looked very focused.
Yeah, and a double bogey start is going to be really hard to fight back from at Northwoods. Every stroke counts. It's tough to get birdies out here.
Yeah, we saw her in round 1, and she wasn't that far off, but you just have to be pretty flawless out here to get under par.
Rebecca missing high, and she's going to have a little bit of work left to do to save her bogey as well.
And lead card showing us why hole 1 is the most difficult.
Yeah, over 45% of the field with a bogey or worse, 12% with a double bogey or worse. So, yeah, this one you just gotta get through and give yourself some grace. There was again only one birdie. Guess who it was? From circle 1.
Addison?
It was. Addison got it both rounds.
Almost said Rebecca. Just kidding.
So shout out to Addison Woodard, an Illinois native.
That's insane, honestly.
Yep, 16 years old and one to watch.
I mean, the only other one I can remember is Missy's.
Yep.
That one time.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think that's it.
Wow.
Madison doing cool things.
I feel like Kat Mertsch just locked eyes with me in that slow-mo. Something just happened.
Yeah, immediately a lead change. She's going to be in a tie for the lead with Valerie Mandujano. Hole 2, a very fun par 4, but very challenging. Starting out Northwoods with hole 1 and 2 is pretty brutal. This tee shot is, I like a backhand turnover that finishes a little bit into this middle area. Forehands can work as well, but it's a little bit more difficult to land in the ideal spot to go for it down this very long, I would say 310-foot tunnel. The main trouble on this tunnel shot is right when you get down towards the basket. There's a couple big guardian trees on both the left and right side, and if you connect with one of those, you have a tendency to always land in circle 2.
I think we see the forehand a little bit less than the backhand. It's a good play. Kat almost throwing it perfectly, but going to drop just a touch short of where you'd like.
This is kind of decision time on this hole. If you do land out of position, you have to decide how far you want to go to wrap the corner, and that's where things can start getting real tricky. Valerie vaporizes through some trees, and she might be far enough where she can attack on the second.
Yeah, she definitely pulled that tighter to the right than she meant to. She might have like a patent pending something, but this second shot's always so risky.
And thank goodness Valerie is very good at patent pending somethings.
She really is. I think she has stickers that say that. Rebecca throwing that tee shot perfectly.
So good from Missy. So good.
Maybe even,
We'll see.
we'll see.
And Kat definitely still having to work around the corner before she can try to get down that long tunnel. She's taken some off. Really smart play.
Well done from there. She'll probably be halfway through the tunnel, maybe a little more. And Valerie left with some kind of nothing.
Yeah, she's just going to jump putt into the middle. Leave herself a very challenging shot here. But at this point, bogey is in play. Like, you have to just make yourself okay with it on these types of wooded courses.
Rebecca really in about the perfect spot. Rarely happens, and she takes advantage.
Wow. Wow.
Gorgeous.
Buzzing the basket. Still checking up in circle one. And Missy, so far, she's able to throw a hyzer to the green. You don't see this very often.
Almost never. Usually you see what Rebecca just did, and that is a very difficult dead straight tunnel shot. This is cool that Missy can just throw a little hyzer. Is that the play?
I mean, if you can get all the way there, but it's hard to get all the way there in this gap. It's such a strong right finishing shot that you have to throw something a little more stable, and it's risky.
Valerie's third, looking solid, catching the very last tree, and she's outside the circle for her par look.
So this one played as a tie for the 5th most difficult hole of the day, but there were only 4 birdies, so that shows you how difficult this course is as a whole.
I think there were only 2 holes that played under par in round 1.
Yeah.
My guess today is still 2.
I'm going to say 4.
Okay. Ooh! Oh yeah, there was a cut. Can I change it?
Yeah.
3.
We're both wrong. 8 holes played under par.
No way!
Yeah, people are good.
All right. Check out the slow-mos from Valerie. Speaking of good.
Yeah, speaking of people who are good.
And a great putt. Going bogey would be a little tough to start when you're gunning for the win.
Oh, Kat knows out of her hand that one's a little bit low, and that is kind of Kat's miss when she starts getting nervous. She gets a little jabby, and hopefully she can shake that off.
Look who's not nervous. Like, 300-foot dead straight tunnel shot. Oh, tester putt.
The youth on lead card. This is bringing back memories of Europe.
And a great birdie from Missy as well.
Yeah, what a great bounce back. Missy doesn't know how to give up. She's always pushing. There was only 4 birdies. Missy, one of those. Rebecca, the other that we got to watch. Lisa Fakis and Cadence Burge also getting it.
Checking in with our super champ.
Super world champion.
Yeah. Double super world champion.
Owens Goggins second on the dance floor, just outside the circle, where she's the most comfortable, I think.
Yeah. Out of, I think, anyone, MPO, FPO, anyone in the world putting.
And her first birdie of the day.
Sipping when I have a sunset and drink temperate.
Hole 3 is a par 4. It's 453 feet. We saw Owen's second shot. Usually on the first shot, you see a big sidearm. The backhand turnover can work as well. It's difficult to get far enough to the right to have... there's not even really a perfect gap that you're trying to hit. There's a couple of different ones. There's an inside left route that has some danger on the left side. There's a middle route that feels safer but has more guardian trees. There's kind of an outside route, even if you're desperate. You want to get up past the ridge and down the hill and control your speed on the way in. It's gettable at only 453, but it's so difficult to find a landing zone that is not just a mess, honestly.
Yeah, legit. Rebecca Dawn is so impressive. I feel like this is such an intimidating tee shot. Missy, a full backhand player that's opting for the forehand because the backhand is so difficult. And I think we've seen this hole so many times playing Ledgestone a bunch in a row that only the seasoned veterans are comfortable knowing how to throw the shot. And Rebecca just steps up and acts like it's not hard, puts it directly in the center. It's so impressive.
Valerie going standstill. It's the perfect spot.
Yep.
Wow.
And that makes sense. The tee pads were pretty rough, especially in the first half of the round today. Very, very slippery.
Which one is it? Slippery or rough?
God.
Kat throwing a great forehand, getting a little roll as well. Yep, and here we go. And this was, what, an hour? How long was the delay?
Just over 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes.
It's so crazy. It looked like 3 seconds right here.
Can't even tell.
Gosh.
Missy going to take that left side gap that is a long, narrow hallway, and she's going to make it look like nothing. She's actually going to blast by the basket, and it is pretty brutal to putt from over there.
She probably had a protein shake during the break. She juiced that. Rebecca's squeaking something through. That does not look like her intended gap, and it's going to end up fine, all things considered.
It's weird if you throw what feels like a really, really good first shot, how you can have nothing the way the trees line up.
Yeah. I swear I always think I pipe this one, and then I'm behind just one tree, or there's always something.
Or like you're left with what Valerie has, which she's going to throw perfectly, but that is such a hard shot.
Yeah,
like,
and that gap is small on the right side.
Yeah, and that final pan that she got is something that is not easy.
This is my favorite play, but it's very rare to get the forehand look at it, and even rarer to get a roll into bullseye. It was a nice shot regardless.
There were only 6 birdies on hole 3 with only 6 competitors getting to circle 1 in regulation. So the fact that we have a lot of putts here for birdie is very impressive from our lead card.
Really good spot for that sign. Ooh. Missy way in there. Is she inside the circle?
No. I know that spot really well. Where she was. Kat gonna take her first birdie of the round and move it back to even par.
And same for Valerie.
2 of the 6 birdies on our lead card.
Yeah, if we haven't said it enough, anything under par is impressive at Northwood. It's probably going to take what do you think to win? It's got to take a couple under, like 4, 5, maybe more?
I think 2, 3, 4 will be sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
And only because of the condition of the tee pads. It really did add a level of difficulty.
Plus the weather delay is always going to mess with you.
They did clean up as we moved on to the back 9, but yeah, like I think hole 10 or hole 9 or 10 was the first where I was like, oh my gosh, I can just throw regular. Hole 4 was very slippery, and this is a very, very particular tee shot. You have to have something that goes straight for a really long time and then fades just a little bit to the left. If you're going to err, just err straight. You don't want to go early left or to the right. Hopefully you are lined up on this second shot. It's a nice, short, pretty fun shot. You can throw a forehand, you can throw a backhand turning or straight shot. But this tee shot is the meat of the hole here. Oh my gosh, I hit the same tree. It's a ghost tree. It's behind the big tree and you can't see it, but it's a fine place to land. I kind of like the forehand play here.
I do too.
I never thought about this.
A forehand?
Yeah, I like that play.
You told me to throw forehand in practice.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
You did.
Man, I'm a great caddy.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it does. I've never thought about it before, but it makes sense. You're like, yeah, you should.
Sometimes you just gotta have someone else say it to you.
Okay, so you'll remember now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you said it to me.
Oh, right. Rebecca piping the backhand. That was perfect.
That really was so good. Very far down there, too. This played as the second easiest hole of the day, which is a little bit surprising to me. This is a tough tee shot. And you can see Missy kind of ice skating into that front foot.
She's going to be out of position here, just pitching to the corner. She can kind of get aggressive if she wants, but it's not really worth it to go down the hill too much. Can leave for a trickier approach.
Yeah, there's a bridge and a casual but full creek down there that cannot be fun for stances.
Valerie just far enough to have the gap, but this is about as difficult as this approach gets. Oh, so close. It's still good.
Yeah. She filters through those branches nicely.
This is the fun shot.
Yeah, cat in a perfect place. Ooh, look at this touch forehand.
Love that.
Man, she has really been working hard on that.
Forehand, such a cool way to birdie this.
Yeah, and I mean, just the perfect amount of speed coming into the green, too. It's so easy to blast by this one.
Okay. It looked like it was tracking, regardless.
Did she go through the trees?
I think just to the right of them. But perfect speed control. Again, not the easiest thing to do on this hole. It's also easy to leave it short on the hill.
Missy goes through the trees again.
Yeah, field goal.
She did that in round one.
She did. Yeah. That's true. Maybe that's her play. Valerie with the longest look for birdie. Oh yeah, cash. She's chilling.
And under par. Rebecca also gonna work her way under par.
Looking like she's been doing this for 10 years.
Yep. This was the second easiest hole of the day. I said that earlier, but there were only 8 birdies on it.
Huh. Just a lot of pars.
Yeah. Oh, I forget. We did cut to 26 competitors today, so keep that in mind when I am rallying off the stats as I do.
Three birdies on lead card and a good scramble for Missy. Owen with 2 down. She's 5 strokes back the lead right now in solo 4th. Hole 5. Another one where it's more about placement off the tee than anything else. It's a dead straight tunnel. There used to be a log right about here that kind of was your marker. If you got just past the log and got a little bit of ground play, that was usually the play. You want to get to right exactly here. It's maybe a 20-foot landing zone. And it leaves a nice sidearm approach or a backhand turnover. I think the most common play is ending up just a little bit short of the corner and then kind of messing with that short left side. There's a few gaps through there, but it's really difficult. Early anything is an absolute nightmare, so at least get it most of the way down the fairway. Also, though, some of the big throwers end up throwing it too deep, too.
Yep. Valerie's so smart here throwing standstill. This tee pad was so slippery and perfectly executed as well. That's such a hard shot. It's, what do you think, 280?
To the landing zone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more than that.
Just shy of 3 for sure.
And throwing that on a standstill line is pretty incredible.
And Kat gonna one-up her there. I think she'll have a better look at the tunnel.
You can see Rebecca trying to plant gingerly, and she's looking like she's done it 100 times. Just to correct my stats, she's 17 years old. And she's throwing the disc perfectly.
Wow. That was beautiful.
It was great. Missy hyzer flipping, working that right side. This looks great.
Not to be one-upped by a girl twice or half her age.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. Valerie just a little bit short of the landing zone. She's just going to jump putt something up to the middle. Again, being so smart, managing the woods. It's a bummer to have to do this in the middle, but she's really trusting her shot shaping ability on her third.
Yeah, you'll see some people try to go for the hero shot and get absolutely hosed.
Yes.
So pitch up is smart.
Very familiar with that.
Cat
Missile.
left with enough of a gap to go for it. Tricky forehand. She makes good with that one.
Missy a little deep of the gap, but she's really great at these turnover backhands. Teeny tiny run up.
Oh, man, that was tracking. Rebecca from a similar spot going standstill. Oh.
And that is a very friendly finish. Valerie, after her pitch out.
Okay.
And this is why she can afford to do things like that.
Yeah, pretty dang dialed from our leader.
Rebecca left with an unfortunate lie even after that very friendly kick out of the woods, and she puts it right up inside the bullseye.
Definitely a fortunate kick. Sometimes you can't get out of the sides if you go too deep in there. It takes 2 shots sometimes.
Yeah, this is a hole where you see bogey strokes stack up pretty quick. It looks like even with the top 26 best competitors of the event, there's 24% with a bogey or worse, half of that doubling.
I think it's just because this one's so short that it's where you want to push for the birdie.
Yep.
Cat Mertsch, the only one to convert on that one to tie it back up with Valerie.
Cat one of only 5 birdies on hole 5. Ooh, and a turkey. Owens Goggins, 2 down through 5, tying with Cat Mertsch for the hot round of the day so far. Moving on to hole 6. This is our first par 5. It's 790 feet and U-shaped. It's such a strange hole. You're like, where do I mark my disc on the first and second shot? Because the basket's almost behind you. The most important shot of the hole is the second one. You don't have to get that far. Even though the fairway is really long and open, you don't have to push super deep. You just want to make sure that you land center cut or at the worst a little bit to the right side. Being on the left side makes the rest of the hole a lot more difficult. You can see Kat throwing that Thunderbird she loves to push to the right. And even though she's in the rough over there, it's better than being in the open on the left side. The more open that second shot is around the corner, the higher chance you have of birdieing the hole.
Valerie getting way down there. Really nice shot. Also looking really nice from Rebecca. Just a touch left, but that's great.
Valerie is all of us on day 4 of the 4-day tournament.
Oh, just fanning.
She was yawning.
Oh, yeah.
Looking a little bit sleepy. Missy doing what I saw a lot of people on my card do, just not quite able to commit to that final step with the slippery tee pads and ending up on this left side.
Look at this teeny gap she's going for. Pretty full run up from there. And that's about as aggressive as she could get from that spot. She'll still be short of the corner, but par very much in play. Possibly a long look even for a birdie.
Yeah, technical third shot, but I think maybe even doable.
Cat from the right side going forehand. It's going to be impressive if she can get to the corner from here.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh. That kick right back in?
Yeah, it sure did.
She was going for it. Looked like also a very small gap. Rebecca going inside of the corner, and that's going to work out nicely. Oh, boy.
Uh-huh.
All right. It's Almost out.
Yeah, it's out for a long time, but she's going to accidentally go down into the corner rough at the bottom of the hill, and it's pretty brutal over there. She could find a gap and potentially give herself a cut, but a putt.
Valerie finally to her drive. Pretty conservative second shot, which makes sense. It's so easy to go into that deep corner.
And Valerie being really wise today and really settling for the par, not extending too much if that's where her tee shot lands.
Missy's third. Should be easy work for the par. This would be unbelievable if Kat got a look from here.
She's trying.
Oh yeah, you know she is always. Circle 2 looks like.
Yeah,
Or
really
close.
Yeah, really great out from Kat Mertsch.
Rebecca pretty able to see the pin, which is so rare to get around the corner in 2.
Wow.
Dang.
Only 4 competitors got to circle 1 in regulation on hole 6. Rebecca Dawn, one of them. Only 8 even got to circle 2 in regulation. So impressive.
Valerie even farther. Has a little bit too much turn on this drive or approach shot, but she's gonna get away with it and have a circle 1 look.
It's so hard to tell while watching the film how far they're getting around the corner. I thought Valerie
I thought Valerie was a little short.
Me
yeah.
too.
Uh-huh.
That was a really great second shot.
But her drive was so far that
Yep.
she just threw like the smallest little what looked like a putter shot.
Oh, Kat not going to even run for it. I like that play from her. Doesn't need to go wild here. She's going to settle for the bogey after chopping through the rough on the first 3.
Valerie for a 2-stroke swing over Kat. Good for it.
Wow.
And another one for Rebecca. It's going to be a tie now with Kat Mertsch for second place. Missy, 8 strokes back, needs to get some birdies to make a push.
What's going on, guys? Hold My Bag just launched the greatest disc golf fantasy game in the universe.
Hold My Bag just dropped the best fantasy disc golf game the planet has ever seen.
I want to tell you guys about the newest disc golf fantasy game on the market.
One of my favorite parts is the Hold My Bag. This is something that we started doing, and it's actually a lot of fun.
Hole 7 is a par 3, 325 feet. Look at all these trees. Just look at them. They're everywhere. There's no perfect gap that anyone can take unless you have a perfect hyzer flip to full flexing forehand, which is essentially nobody. Usually you see a backhand kind of straight shot that ends up pushing through the late right side about 3/4 of the way through the fairway, and if you're lucky you'll get through for a putt. There is OB on the right side, so if you get a kick over there and go OB, sometimes it's difficult to even save your bogey. Just, get at least halfway down, and it's usually pretty simple to get your par.
Yeah, I like how Valerie keeps that one nice and low. I do believe that was intentional because she doesn't want to invite any sort of tree kick towards that out of bounds or just that right side in general. It might as well be out of bounds anywhere over there if you're less than 200 feet from the tee pad. Rebecca, we'll see what she has to work with, but again, early kicks really make this hole a lot more difficult.
Yeah, it was pretty early out of Rebecca's hand. One of the first kind of errors or large errors anyway, that we've seen from her. Yeah. Missy piping this thing. That was a pure line.
Yeah, Missy doing what most players are trying to do here. Aim for that middle tree and just miss a little bit left of it.
That was so good.
It was really, really good. Kat going to show us the forehand route. She's trying to get that thing to flip.
In danger. She's going to get away with it.
Yeah, and thankfully she's far enough down the fairway where will be able to recover the par.
You don't see very many people attempt that. It's a cool shot if you ever get to see it.
Rebecca does have a line, and she executes the shot perfectly, and that is easier said than done. It is brutal over there.
Ooh, Cat with one tree to beat. Gonna drop pretty short in circle 2. Valerie with a pretty typical story on this hole, leaving it deep in circle 2. Gonna take a par.
This played as the 4th most difficult hole of the day. Only 3 competitors got to circle 1 in regulation. Only 4 more than that to circle 2.
Not Cat's best effort on that one. And Missy to get back to even par.
Missy,
Nice.
one of only 4 birdies on the day today. So impressive.
One of the purest backhands I've ever seen here.
Missy going to gain a stroke on the rest of the card, and 2 on Cat, unfortunately having to settle for the bogey here on 7. This one can sneak up on you so fast.
Can't they all, though?
That's true. Especially this one. But, oh, wow. Own changing her route. Normally she goes out wide to the right of those trees. Today she's going to throw more of a flexing line, and I love the change. I think this is way smarter, way less punishing.
Higher percentage for sure.
Uh-huh.
Difficult stance here from Own.
And then she's going to take 3 seconds to dial in. Center chains. That's a really good 2 from Own. I believe getting her to 2 under par after that bogey.
Rebecca gonna overtake Cat after Cat's bogey there. Oh, Haley King 4 down through 11. Impressive.
Wow. Hole 8, what we just watched, Own Scoggins birdie. It's only 307 feet, but this gap from the tee pad is only about 8 feet wide. I like a flexing backhand. You can throw a straight hyzer flipping backhand. You can go out to the wide to the right of those trees. You can kind of crash one into the left. I actually saw people do that on purpose today. Do we see any forehands? There's none. No.
Never.
Yeah, I don't think so. There is a drop zone if you do land out of bounds on the right side in that huge gully, and it's about 70 feet away, just outside circle 2.
And this is the most classic line on this hole.
Definitely.
A little sneaky on that left side, ending up short left, maybe in circle 2.
Ooh.
And now fade. Come on, come on, come on. That is the MPO putting surface. She's just outside their circle. She's maybe deep circle 2 for our basket.
And she's going to have to be putting uphill, potentially with some guardian trees in the way.
Ooh.
And it's good. Rebecca Dawn through the 2 guardian trees. She's going to be deep of the basket, I believe, just inside the circle or right around circle's edge. Cat following the line, almost hitting it. She's going to fortunately kick left.
Ooh.
It's inbounds, but
Not so fortunate with this lie, though. Another small gap she's trying to hit on a forehand. And not really able to give it the full power it needs to get all the way there.
yeah, I saw Paige Pierce land there today, and she said, still a bogey from her lie after celebrating it was safe.
That's funny.
It was funny.
Cat, once again, a long look to save par. She's just having trouble getting out of the woods. Ooh, girl! I like that she did a full backwards lunge as she watched it go in. Let's see it again. Never count Cat Mertsch out, huh?
Love this. And what a good momentum builder after she strung together a couple bogeys. No chains.
Full lunge. Valerie coming back at it.
She go in between the trees?
I think so. With a little Annie.
So close. Just a little bit short, but dead center. Yeah, Rebecca definitely outside the circle here. This is a scary putt, especially having to throw on this Anheuser angle. Oof.
Strong run. Uh-oh.
Yeah, those are the tough ones to make coming back after you get a little roll off the basket.
It's weird to see her make a mistake. Good comebacker, though. I guess she's allowed to be human.
Thank goodness.
Kind of surprising not to see at least a birdie look. Or, well,
Yeah,
a closer birdie look on lead card. But
it is. There was
like-
10 birdies on 8 today.
Oh, really?
Yep. But it's almost a perfect 30-30-30 spread again for birdie, par, bogey. Classic islandy type hole.
All right, wrapping up the front, we have another par 4, 564 feet. This one feels like a slightly bigger fairway for the first time in a while. It's nice. You can see a lot of women gonna bring out even a distance driver rather than a lot of fairways and mids like we've been seeing. If you can get close to the tunnel, or sometimes we see ladies get all the way into the edge of the tunnel, it leaves, how far do you think the approach is? Like 250 if you throw a huge tee shot?
I feel like even farther.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like the closest we've seen. I think normally
I
it's
feel
you like end up
it's a crush.
splitting the hole in half.
Yeah.
Is more normal. You'd like take
Well-
maybe just a touch off the drive and then have to throw almost the same distance the second shot.
Yeah, I feel like even with really good distance drive, really good distance drive shot on this hole, it kind of just stretches out. Maybe it's the guardian trees that play a little bit of a joke. Maybe it's the low ceiling, but I feel like I can barely get a mid there on the second shot. So like, yeah, 280 maybe. Maybe it's an optical illusion, but I feel like this second shot stretches out for sure.
And Valerie's going to be a little on that left side, which can really block you from getting there. Kat going to work the right side a little bit too much, but it actually kicks back to a nice spot.
Now I kind of want to take a rangefinder and like look at the landing.
Yeah,
zone.
right. I'm a feel player too, but
Yeah.
it's funny to see it say 564 because it does feel like two pretty full power
Yeah.
shots, just the way it's shaped.
Absolutely.
Rebecca also going to be on that left side. That usually just means par.
Yeah, I would have guessed that this hole was like 630.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Totally.
That's weird.
And Missy, able to see the pin, can maybe work just like a baby flex, but ideally just a left to right moving shot.
Ooh, that's pretty.
It is pretty.
And she's going to come up on the short side of circle 1, where we all do. On the heat map, that is red hot.
There is one tiny little tunnel through here. We've all thrown it. It's there.
It is
It's
there.
scary though.
And normally people throw forehand through it. Valerie is going to really
Wow.
flex on us with that backhand.
I wish we had a camera angle of the tunnel that she just threw. It's like 6 feet the whole way for probably 80 feet.
It's more impressive than every other shot on this hole.
And Rebecca also lined up to the tunnel. And it's hard, it turns out.
Mm-hmm. Cat going to pull out a forehand here.
I like it. It's kind of open on this side.
It is open over there.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty. Man, I always look at backhand on this second shot. I love that forehand.
It's weird because you told me in practice to throw a forehand. You didn't. You didn't.
Oh my gosh, I need to write down what I'm saying.
Missy from just outside the circle, looking at a birdie. Yep,
Yes,
she knew.
she's back. She's under par.
Valerie to move to 3 down. You know it.
Her putting is looking incredible today. Really confident and comfortable.
And this is a little bit closer than the putt we just saw Rebecca make. I think this is an important one for her confidence, and that looked easy. And Valerie stretching out the lead a bit to 3 strokes. Kat Mertsch with a birdie after a couple of dropped strokes there. She has a ton of birdies, but just a few too many bogeys. Let's see, yeah. So 3 strokes ahead of Kat, 4 ahead of Rebecca, Missy, 7 strokes back, but you never know out here.
Yeah, and the front 9 again played a little bit harder than it has than it did in round 1. It was really wet, really slippery, but things start to dry out. Tee pads start to get a lot grippier as we move into the back, and I think we're going to see people finally being able to let loose a little bit off the tee. I think we'll see players clean things up, even though I think the back 9 is a little harder.
Absolutely, so, objectively harder.
Yeah. And so we could see a lot of movement still happening as the round goes on. Thankfully, no more rain delays. It just gets steamy hot as the day goes on. So come hang out with us, the Two Hot Geese, on the back 9 of Championship Sunday of Ledgestone here at Northwood's Black. We love it. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. Honk. You already said.
Just to
also,
reiterate.
hey, we're so close to 500,000 subscribers, so please subscribe and help us out because we are really professional and good at this, and you should listen to us more.
Yeah, come hang out with us forever. Honk.
Watch your body and I feel that sunshine.